Hey guys, welcome to my first dev update thing. I'm not fully sure what to call it, but we're just gonna go through the updates and see what I think about them. Bring the okay, so this is gonna be about the Moris. A hint of each killer's character shines through with their Mori, whether that's the trickster's showmanship or the hag's questionable diet. That's a funny joke. The only way to see these animations currently is to use the Memento Mori offering or equip one of the very few select perks, leading them to rarely being seen. Moreover, Moris have garnered a somewhat negative reputation over the years, being used out of spite against a particular survivor. Well, that's sort of what Moris are, since you guys nerfed it into oblivion and made it like literally useless. Like, there's no reason to use it for anything else, really. Last standing. Okay, this seems to be something new. When all other survivors are dead, dying, hooked, or have escaped, you become the last standing. Both your and the killer's senses are heightened, granting you a wider field of view. Oh god, that's going to be very glitchy, I can already tell. Rescuing a survivor will end the last standing phase, but being downed as the final survivor, on the other hand, will trigger the finishing Mori. Well, this just sucks. There's no giving hatches anymore. There's no backpacking. This is so boring. Why would you want this? This is literally the exact opposite of what people want. How do you mess this up that bad? Okay, when the last survivor is down, the trial will draw to a climactic end. Both the survivor and the killer will be moved to a preset point on the map, free of any obstructions that may get in the way, and the killer's Mori animation will begin. Any survivor still in the trial will be killed by the entity and treated like a sacrifice. So you're telling me that if you slug 4 people, you can get the game done basically immediately? That is, that's just so bad. Hope is not lost. With this new system in place, leaving survivors on the ground, aka slugging, may seem more appealing, opening the possibility of ending the match entirely. But the survivors aren't going to give up without a fight. After being left on the ground for 45 seconds, survivors will now be able to gain the ability to pick themselves up without the need of any perks. Um, what? They made unbreakable base kits. Do you know what else this means? That means my favorite perk, No Mither, got a nerf. It has basically no use. It is like literally the worst perk in the game now. Why would they do this to my perk? It is my favorite perk and they just had to ruin it. I was in this guy's favors. I love this last update, but I could understand having what was the perk that they made? Base kit? You know what I'm talking about. That perk base kit. But unbreakable? What the hell is wrong with you guys? There's a huge cheater problem that's making people hate the game, and you guys are just, oh, we're gonna make mores happen immediately when you slug people and you add unbreakable as base kit. Okay, with the Mori and the ability to pick yourself up now part of the base kit, a handful of perks that grant these abilities will need adjustments. Therefore, the ability to pick yourself up has been removed from Unbreakable, Soul Guard, No Mither, and Boon Exponential. Then Boon Exponential has no use because that was its only thing. That's all it did. And so they are going to have to completely rework Boon Exponential. They're going to have to replace something in No Mither to make it useful in some place, like maybe double the speed, but then that will be so bad for Killer. This is literally like you guys were so good in the last update and you just had to ruin it? Why? Okay, the ability to Mori survivors has been removed, but that's the only reason people use Devour Hope to Mori survivors. This is literally the dumbest update ever. Like, worst. I know I've like lowered my chances to becoming a fog whisperer to like negative 500%, but this is just so bad. In addition, some of these perks will become changes made into the PTB. However, since this is an early preview, the in-game descriptions have not been updated. These are Unbreakable now increases 100%. So that's 100%. That's 200% speed. So that's half the time it takes to get up of 45 seconds. That's like 23 seconds. We'll say 23. Rancor, once all generators are powered, that just makes Rancor even a more boring perk. Hex Devour Hope, once 5 tokens have been earned, any survivor placed on the hook is instantly sacrificed. That's stupid, because by then you already have most people on Death Hook. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on your feedback for any affected perks. Okay then, let me just do this real quick. Don't make Unbreakable base kit. Soul Guard is basically just dead hard now. No Mither, my favorite perk, has been ruined, and Boon Exponential has no use. And also, Raincore and Hex Devour Hope, you guys got rid of the favorite things possible of it. Memento, oh no, they're gonna mess up Mori's too. Even more. With the finishing Mori being triggered automatically when the last survivor is down, Memento Mori offerings no longer have any use and will also receive an update. These offerings will now award a bounty of blood points based on the number of survivors killed if you earn a finishing Mori. Gain 8,000 blood points if at least 2 survivors are killed during the match ends in a finishing Mori. Ivory Memento Mori gain 12,000 blood points. Okay, these are literally just blood point increases. If you're gonna have blood point increases, might as well just bring some cake. Much like the perk changes listed above, please keep in mind these offering changes will not be released without the finishing. I hated it. This is worse. This is literally the worst. This is literally the worst thing I've ever heard of. There's an actual cheating problem, and instead of doing that, behavior is just gonna be like, oh, here's some updates to things that everyone loves. I have not heard of a single person hate on any of these things. Nobody hated Memento Mori, hidden Moris. No one hated these perks, except for maybe Unbreakable, but that's only whiny killers. And Exponential, I guess, but that's whiny killers too. But literally, you guys are. I just thought about this. This is a nerf to twins too, technically, because the twins' power is slugging, basically. Because you switch to Victor, you go to the other side of the map, you down somebody, then you become Charlotte and go over there to pick them up. But now they'll be like I think there was some recording like some math that was done to show that you can get picked up in 10 seconds. It takes more than 10 seconds to get across the map. The twins are even weaker now. They've nerfed the twins again. This time indirectly, but you still understand what I mean. Jesus Christ. This is just so bad. So bad. Literally the worst thing. Like, let me show you what I tweeted. I'll show you what I tweeted. What I tweeted was crap. Why doesn't it show you your top tweets? There's graphic designers. There's my awesome tweet. Crap, I can't find it. Okay, well apparently I'm not gonna find my. But I basically said that they made they just don't understand what they've got here. They don't understand how much they are messing up Dead by Daylight. This is their golden goose. This is an indie studio. They got a huge game, and they are completely ignoring the community. It started off with MMR. The amount of people average playing the game, half. With this update, I'm willing to bet that will half again. Maybe become a third of the size. They are literally killing their own game for stupid updates like this. This is the worst update I have ever seen in the entirety of the universe. Why would you do this? Why? There's no reason to. But I guess if you want to see me rant more, like and subscribe. I'll have some I'm gonna be changing some things about my channel. That will be in a separate video. I might release that tomorrow or today. But you know, for now, that'll be all. Just chilling and killing. Ghosty out.